a customer applies at the time of entry company. Like, for example, I am trading with my own legal entity. For example, I have two legal entity A, legal entity B. We will cover that.
Yeah, but even you know how if I can sell some things to a customer and then sometimes it's not a return. The customer wants to sell something back to me, something that I also trade in, and they probably got it from some other party and they want to sell it to me, even though I normally sell things to them. And scenario that I was painting here.
Yes, you can create that one, not an option. It
Okay.
is not a problem. It is already by standard. Yes.
Okay. But those are the kind of things that I'm looking to get from the training, not just out of the box, simple stuff, but like, real practical, real life scenarios.
Yes, because the training will be run based on scenario based, like why this option is available and why Microsoft has added in the product.
Right.
Based on my experiences, my implementation experience, of why I have used that and what is the use of that and why the customer demands that in the real time scenario. So
Right.
that will be my progress on the training. So okay. So the budget register entries, I can create a original budget or a revision of a original budget directly in this part. I can create like this is the one original budget which is already created. So I have then options for the P&L based on department. I can raise it monthly wise. And I can run a report based on what is my actuals and what is my actuals versus the budget by period. This one I can see.
Can we do encumbrances without the budget module?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Because encumbrances and pre-encumbrances are basically on my purchase order and the purchase requisitions for the allocation of funds on the public sectors. Yes, you can do without a budgeting module.
Okay.
So based on like again you have the fixed assets module on the financials. Then how to acquire a fixed asset, how to depreciate, what are the methods of depreciations are followed in, and what is the scale, scrap, acquisition adjustment, depreciation adjustment, fixed asset reserves. So these things we will manage in fixed asset module. How the methods of fixed assets acquisition, it's a straight away acquisition or from inventory I'm acquiring a fixed asset or I'm acquiring through a purchase order, and how I am selling it or scrapping it through free text invoices, and what are the methods I use for budgeting a fixed assets, particularly on the fixed assets module. So these things can see here in the fixed asset module. Then
can I ask a quick question? Sorry, I'm sorry,
no,
but I want to be able to think stuff through as you go. So one of the questions I want to ask is, so you know how, and that's, I'll only talk about things that you mentioned. So you just talked about the free text invoicing, and so you know how in the free text invoicing, what it basically means is that it's not based on a sales order, right?
Exactly.
So if it's not based on a sales order, then that means I bypass the pack slip process. And to that extent, I'm not saying I know it. I'm just from my little knowledge here and there, and I just want you to help me understand better, just at a very high level, So my question is around the inventory management there, because since I did not do a pack slip, right? So it's not going to hit inventory directly, right?
Yes, exactly.
So what postings is it going to do?
Okay. If you see here now, when I sell a fixed asset, basically it is not tracked, and the fixed asset is not tracked in my inventory, first of all. So fixed asset is a separate module to track only my fixed assets, which is not related to my inventory. So I cannot see a fixed asset in my on hand. Where I can see is whether how much of fixed assets I can see only in the fixed asset module. That is the first point. The other point is I don't need to do a packing slip for a fixed asset which is not tracked in the inventory. So I am just directly going to sell through fixed text invoice. That's what.
Right.
Okay, so I just for a sale or a scrap, I just need to pass a free text invoice, just post it to make the sale or sold uh, happening for the fixed assets. That's it. So did I answer your question?
Yeah, but so what journals is it gonna hit?
Okay.
Is it gonna hit like inventory? To
No,
maybe
it
I
will
missed
not.
the.
See, it will not hit your inventory. It is gonna be hit your accounts receivable and as well as your fixed asset accounts. If you go see your fixed asset posting profile, you can show you which account it will hit.
What if I don't have fixed asset set up?
It will not allow you to do the transaction. That's it.
Oh, so I cannot. In other words, I cannot do free text invoices without fixed assets set up, being
No,
set up.
you cannot because see if my posting profiles are not set up, system will not have an account to hit in my GL, right? So in that case, system will not do that, or system I cannot track in my trial balance or my balance sheet for this particular transactions. So
Right.
that's the reason. So the posting profile is a mandatory one where the accounts mappings is done. If you see here, like for example, I say it is a disposal sale, and this is
Right.
the account I'm hitting. So what will be my account? Will be my like if I pass a free text invoices, debiting my accounts receivable and crediting my like sale account, gain or loss account of a disposal asset. Yeah. Hello.
Got that. Thank you.
Yeah. Um. So then you have the we cover like for basic understanding on procurement sourcing. We cover how to create an item. Basically, you have the product information item management where you create the items and what are the posting setups. If I go to the inventory, I have an the inventory inventory group, so inventory model groups. Basically, what is the setup on the inventory model or the inventory valuation methods? System has different inventory models: FIFO, LIFO, LIFO date, weighted average date, standard cost, and moving average. So how it works, we explain that, and then the posting profiles, which we do it for the item groups. So what are the posting profile? How to map this? So we'll explain that for the different process: sales orders, purchase orders, inventory, and production modules. Then the basic, sales and marketing modules we cover up, sales orders, sales agreements, sales returns, and customer management on this front. Yeah. So these are the modules we cover. Then we have the consolidations. If you have multiple legal entities, then how we do consolidate online. And if you have other system, how you do import, and as well as how the elimination is done, what is elimination rules and the consolidation processes, we will do that one also. So these are the modules and topics we cover as part of the our training syllabus for financials.
Right.
365 finance and operation financials modules. And
Right.
also apart from that, we train you in a management reporter. I think it is not enabled in this environment. There is a management reporter to create your own reports based on row definitions and column definitions uh, uh, for creating the like financial reports. So that's one more thing we will train you. This is 10 or 11 modules as part of a package for the training.
Oh, 11 modules.
Yeah, I think it's the syllabus is already been shared with Mr. Firoz.
Yes.
He has shared with you. Yes.
Sorry, can I just go through it again? I'm sorry, because I wanted to. So is inventory one of them?
Hmm.
Is inventory management or products management, one of them. I think you showed us item groups, and
Yes.
it's one of the modules. Yeah.
Yeah, inventory management has the item group as well as the item model group, which we will cover in exclusively at the time of the inventory valuation, inventory reporting, inventory aging, and how the reconciliations of the inventory to the general ledger is happening. So these will be covered at that point. Yes.
Okay.
Do you have any questions, any doubts?
Are we going to touch on transportation or warehouse now?
No, no.
Because of the items. So for items,
I would say that transportation and warehouse management are can be taken as a different training, and right, it's advanced warehouse management is it's more in detail, more in depth actually, which was developed by a company called Blue Horse, which is then been acquired by Microsoft. So it's one of the trickiest and interesting, very interesting module, I would say. If your company is in basically in trading company or else like the e-commerce company, definitely if they use warehouse management, it would be great for you to learn. I strongly believe that.
okay, so it's not part of the, but you know how in the F&O you would see transportation management and warehouse management below vendor collaboration. So
Yes.
that's what I was talking about.
I know. These two modules, yes, we can take as different modules, different trainings, but not part of financials. I configure, I have implemented warehouse management, but I know transportation management. Warehouse management, it's an exclusive modules, and I would say that you need 40 hours of exclusive time to cover that one module, because those many setups and configuration is there. You see that whatever the setups you're seeing here in the warehouse, these are the warehouse detailed one, then containers, then you have the mobile device configurations, so then the wave related things for the outbound, then you have the document management, then you have the packing configurations, replenishment configurations, containers.
Right. Okay.
So all this stuff takes more than 40-45 hours of
Training.
training on that. So we take it as a exclusive modules for that, exactly for warehouse management and transportation management. And also
Okay.
this modules has used exclusively all the functionalities of Dynamic 365. Even in the standard module doesn't cover that much of complexity, but this one module is more complex comparatively at other modules. So
Okay. Okay, so maybe I misunderstood. I thought that if you did product information management, then you automatically needed to do setups in warehouse, no?
Not necessarily, because the item creation which we will show you is the basic item creations, the mandatory fields which is required for the item creations. But if you go on elaborate side, you need to learn how I can configure for advanced warehouse management. That if you are interested in warehouse management, yes, we can take it up. If not, definitely we will show you, and I can explain you what are the parameters I will use it for if you want to fit in the advanced warehouse management also.
Okay, no problem. I think I'm good.